This is a casual spoiler warning. There may or may not be details let out, so watch at your own risk. Etika, you know the drill.
You could have, like, California-style douches here. I mean, I kind of expected, like, partially, but not, like, super, like, that much of California douches. Ugh. By the way, there were, like, 3 groups of people in Warcraft.
Yeah, that's it. Just 3.
And one was old, one looked like a nerd, and then us.
Yeah.
So
and then this chick that kept getting up, so I'm guessing she didn't really care.
She was probably there because of I'm assuming the dude, I think she was with the nerd, wasn't she?
I'm not sure.
I don't know, but either way, I'm pretty sure she got up because she came because of someone else, so she didn't really give a hell.
Alright. Yeah.
Alright. Okay, start with this, break down this story, right? The story of Warcraft. I can't do it. But this is for all of the people who do know the story of Warcraft. It does explain before the actual game itself. So before the first Warcraft game back like 11 years ago, I think it is now. It explained how the orcs it explained how the orcs came into Azeroth, and you know, it didn't explain yet the second, what would be the Eastern Kingdom. All it has is, I think, Kalimdor right now. The other way around, one of them. It's missing one of them right now. But, yeah, it basically puts the text that was in the first Warcraft game into, sweet Christ, California motherfuckers! Oh my god! As I was saying, it takes the text that no one reads in the quest and puts it into movie form. But it also actually, I think, like, remember that report I did for you in school?
Yeah.
I think it goes a little bit on that too, actually. And I believe it also had a little bit of Illidan, stuff like that. I don't know all the lore of Warcraft. I know a little bit of it. I know more or less, like, after, like, Burning Crusade and onwards. I know that pretty well. Because I got started with the game on Burning Crusade and onwards, so, you know. But no, I don't know the newest one because I kind of gave up, like, a year and a half ago, but ignoring that. It basically explains the first showing of the orcs. So it only has the Alliance so far, which is the dwarves, the night elves, and the humans, actually. It does not have the, what was the last one?
I don't know.
Oh, it had a little bit of Draenei. So I think it included Outland. That's what. Spoiler warning. This is, I don't think, oh wait, we have spoiler, fuck it. It shows Draenei and orcs in the beginning because initially they are in Outland, initially. So that is where the Draenei come from. So, you know, Etika. Again, like I said, that came near the, not Burning Crusade, it was Wrath of the Lich King, I believe. I believe it was Wrath of the Lich King. That expansion brought the Draenei in, so I do know that much. But, yeah, it showed a little bit of the Draenei, and then the Night Elves, the Dwarves, the Orcs, and, of course, humans, as you'd expect. And it just shows I can't really explain it that well because I don't know it, but basically it's just the beginning lore of Warcraft. Before the first game. The Draenei don't actually come in until the 4th expansion, 3rd expansion, 4th expansion. I forget which number, don't have time to think about it. But, if they continue, they will eventually get to the Draenei and the pandas.
They probably will eventually make another movie.
Yeah, okay, because the reason I'm confused is because I was expecting different things, right? Because of the release of the expansion, oh fuck, I forget the last expansion, where it had you go through the Dark Portal, go back in time. That had a different story than the initial one, so that's why I was a little confused, but don't let that confuse you. You know, initially I was confused because of that, but yeah. Story is in there, you heard it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay, the best part, you and I agree on this 100%, the best part of it. Oh, we did see in the 3D, by the way.
Yeah,
again,
3D.
The best part, hands down, is the CG.
Yeah.
By the way, 90% of it is CG. I think all of the male orcs, I believe all the male orcs, maybe not a couple of them, but basically all of the male orcs, most of the female orcs, there was only like 3 or 4, I think. 2 that fought, 2 that were part of the, 3 that fought, 1 that was actually a character, technically. Oh, and Gul'dan, I believe, was all CG as well. There was Gul'dan in there, he was really cool. There was the magic, that was all done in CG. The
magic was really cool.
I know, so cool. Basically a lot of it was all CG. I mean, there wasn't really, like, it was probably just CG.
The dwarves were CG.
Yeah, the dwarves had, like, I know in the game they don't have this, but they had gigantic heads, like, humongous heads. In the game, they do not have that big of heads. They don't. Their heads are proportional to their body. But, like, the Night Elves are still, like, the best-looking race out of the 3 so far, of course. Up until the Draenei. I like how the Draenei look, but that's feature. I'm not sure how else to explain it. A lot of it was CG. There really wasn't that. The writing was the writing. The writing was, I guess this is gonna be mostly me, because I know. Okay, that's what I figured. The writing was, as you'd expect, it was very close and very accurate to the way they all spoke. Like when they had Duratan and Gul'dan. My God, I can't speak at all. When they had them speak, they actually had them speak like orcs. Granted, they all sounded the same, but, I mean, if you're going for that kind of dialect, it's kind of hard to be different. But they actually did, I mean, they all talked like their race would. So it was all very accurate. Blizzard put a lot of money behind this. And I think it paid off. I hope it paid off.
It
I do want more.
did.
I know, I do want more. Even if it doesn't, they have how much money from their games over 10, 11 fucking years, so, you know. That was really it. There was just writing, there was CG, and there was a story. That's technically it. The acting for the ones that were there, and most of the fighters, the
Stormtroopers?
No, we're not talking about, like, super packed Star Trek. Wait, that was...
Stormtroopers? That's Star Wars.
Yeah, I know. I thought about that. I was wondering why I didn't say... No, Stormwind. The Stormwind soldiers. A lot of them were CG as well. But, I mean, all in all, it was very accurate to the actual... It was very accurate to the source material. Like I said, a lot of it was CG, so there wasn't much acting. I would say the most people acted at once was when they were just standing there, because that was essentially the bulk of acting. They were just standing. And even a lot of the action looked like it was eventually CG made.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, a lot of it was just standing there, so, hey, in standing acting, they succeeded. They did great. I mean, that's really all I can say about it. There's really not much to it. I mean, like I said, I didn't expect a lot of it to not be CG, because we're talking about something that didn't exist, it can't exist.
Yeah.
So I did expect a lot of it to be CG, and it was, so... I mean, that's basically the bulk of it. That's all you can really review about it. This is gonna be kind of a short one. It would have been more, but a lot of the story you would already generally know, because a lot of it was, I mean, you could see just from the trailers that, you know, a lot of the trailers you could see even from the beginning, they were very, like, they gave away a lot of stuff, honestly. Like, the characters, you would know who were what, because they also look like they do in the games, except higher quality, of course, because IRL quality is very high. It's like 4K.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, you know, I mean, everything was accurate. That's basically the gist of it. The whole movie was accurate to the Warcraft franchise.
Yeah.
So...
Totally.
Yeah, Sean doesn't really have much of a opinion on all that, but
I played the game for once.
You played the game for total, like, maybe 3 hours? I think, and then, like, you stopped forever.
Yeah. And that was, like, a good...
3 hours?
No, how long ago?
That was years ago. Like,
Yeah.
you literally did it before I think you did it, like, while I was just starting out, which was, like, 4 years ago. So it has been, you have not played for quite a long time.
Yep.
But just take my word for it about this. But the biggest thing, the rating.
Yeah, what are you gonna rate it?
What about the initial rating? What was your initial rating, just from the trailers?
Uh,
I can tell you, I gave it a B. I had high hopes for it. I did.
I had high hopes, because it looked good. I expected it to be good.
So you give a letter to it?
A letter, Z.
I think it can, and that means you fail. I think. I'm not sure about Canadian letters. Then again, they don't have Z, they have Z. So apparently it's a word letter.
I give it a Z.
Alright, you give it a Z initially.
I'll give it a, the alphabet backwards. Z. B. I'll give it a B.
That would be Y, whatever Y is, technically. Because, I mean, the second letter, it goes ZY and AB, so technically it'd be Y, not Z.
I'll give it a
A Zaid.
A Zay.
A Zaid. I mean, sure, I'll find a way to write that, but most likely it'll come up in red words in fucking Microsoft. So, I mean, what do you give it now after seeing it?
An A, low A, maybe an A, somewhere in the A scale.
Look, I can't give a rating.
Somewhere in the A,
I'm
like,
just gonna have
like
a bunch of A's, a slow A it's just a bunch of fucking words.
somewhere in the A.
Look, I need more than just somewhere in the A.
Not a B.
We can't do a percent, so you need to give a letter grade. We can't be like 93.4%. No, it doesn't work.
What's an A and 92% to 100? Let's go somewhere in there.
Technically 93, because 92 would be A minus, technically.
92 to 100, somewhere in there.
Yeah. I mean, is it past? It's not quite 100, but it's not quite like a 92. So
Yeah.
it's in between 92 and 100, not including 92 or 100.
Sure.
Well, that's basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I could,
yeah. What did you give it?
you know what? It didn't fail. It did not disappoint. I have to give it a nice. I give it so solid that I don't even know what to give it. I mean, okay, I initially gave it a B, and it didn't fail that. I think I'll give it like an A minus. I'll give it an A minus only because I feel like, I mean, the story was good, but I think it was kind of like low. I mean, the characters, okay, I have to say this. The character, like the female orcs, they looked way more human than they should have. They needed way more green paint on them, honestly. Or red paint, or I don't know which. There's like 3 colors of orcs, by the way. But
It was weird, because some orcs were, like, extremely green, and then others were, like
red.
just...
Like red and brown?
No, like,
Yeah.
no, like our skin color, like a tan.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's...
That's not red.
Well, I mean, no, there weren't really... They were more towards, like, a brown thing. I don't think I've seen any that were, like, actually tan. I don't remember seeing any that were, like, that tan.
The main dude, the gold art dude, whatever his name was.
No.
Yeah, he was.
No.
He was tan,
He was
yeah.
red.
No, he wasn't.
No, he was red.
He was not red.
He was old!
He wasn't red!
But he was old! Look, I give it an A minus only because, like, I definitely want more. I want Blizzard to just do, like, a theatrical, like, summary of all the WoW so far. That would be fantastic. But if they do another one, it has to have more magic. I want to see just all sorts of magic. honestly.
Yeah, I really like the magic.
Like, because especially, I think Khadgar, eventually, he becomes a new Archmage. I could be wrong. I'm not sure, because he does still give up the Kirin Tor. But, I believe I don't know, but he gets really fucking strong, like, super strong. He actually helps to take down Gul'dan himself, so, you know, eventually. So, I mean, yeah, I feel like if they're doing another one, they do need, because they need to give, I think the next one would be technically not including the games, right?
I don't know.
So it's like, I guess it would be in between the Burning Crusade and WoW, which would bring in the Blood Elves and, no wait, is it? Burning Crusade. I forget, it's been a while since I played. But
wait, who was Gold Arts again?
what, Gul'dan?
Yeah.
He was the old dude.
The one that...
He was the one that helped, the one that was sucking, who was life siphoning. He was the one opening the portal.
Okay, not him. Not him.
I was gonna say, hold on, one more thing. He's the only orc that was using magic.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so he wasn't the one I was talking about. The one that had the kid. The baby.
Yeah, he was kind of in between brown and tan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I mean, is that...
He wasn't a red.
No, but yeah, Gul'dan, though, was red.
Who's the one guy's name? I thought it started with a G.
No, Duratan was the one that died, is here. He was the one who died. Duratan was the one who got his life siphon. And the other guy was Drakthar. And he is the brother who eventually comes back and helps as well with Thrall, so, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't look to the left. But, yeah, that's, we're not near it. I'm kind of hungry, though. That's why I'm stopping here. Yeah, that's basically all of it. I do hope they have a second one. I really do. Has to be in 3D as well. Has to be in 3D. But, I mean, yeah, it is worth the money.
Yeah.
Only, though, if you like Warcraft. If you don't like Warcraft, probably not. But if you are a fan of Warcraft, it is worth the money entirely. I say get it if you want to see, like, you know, if you want to see Warcraft, get it. Definitely. At the very least, rent it, but I would say it's buy-worthy as well.
Rent it?
Yeah,
rent it if you never saw or played or did anything with Warcraft.
Yeah.
Or not Warcraft, WoW, or...
Well, technically it's Warcraft. It was originally Warcraft. But yeah, I would say definitely...
If you know it, like, if you've done things with Warcraft, like, played the games and stuff,
I'd say buy it. I'd say it's worth owning. It's definitely worth owning.